The first time Daniel Carter heard a fire truck siren, he was only 8 years old. It was a chilly autumn evening in Boston, Massachusetts, and he stood on the cracked sidewalk outside his family's small apartment. The wail of sirens cut through the neighborhood, echoing between brick buildings as a bright red engine raced past. Daniel's eyes widened as he watched the firefighters, faces hidden behind helmets, speeding into the unknown. That sound, it wasn't fear he felt. It was wonder. Inside their apartment, life wasn't easy. His father, a construction worker, was often away for long hours. His mother worked at a local hospital, juggling shifts to keep food on the table. But no matter how difficult life got, Daniel remembered that night when he looked up at his mother and said, "Someday, Mom, I'm going to be like them. I'm going to save people." His mother smiled softly, brushing dust off his cheeks. "Then you'll need a heart that never gives up, Danny, because saving lives means risking yours." Those words never left him. Daniel grew into a tall, determined young man. He wasn't the fastest in sports or the smartest in class, but he had something rare: grit. He worked part-time jobs after school, from hauling groceries to sweeping shop floors, saving every dollar to pay for firefighter training one day. When his friends went to college parties, Daniel studied emergency manuals. While others dreamed of easy lives, Daniel dreamed of fire, smoke, and rescues. At 21, he entered the Boston Fire Academy. Training was brutal. Climbing 6-story ladders with heavy hoses strapped to his back, crawling blind through smoke-filled rooms, dragging life-size dummies that weighed more than him. Many recruits dropped out. Daniel stayed. Every bruise, every blister was a reminder. This is who I'm meant to be. It was supposed to be a normal Tuesday night. Daniel, now a rookie at Station 47, was finishing his dinner, a greasy slice of pizza, when the alarm went off. Structure fire. Residential. Possible victims trapped. The crew rushed to the truck. Sirens wailed. Lights flashed. And Daniel's heartbeat thundered as they tore through the streets. This wasn't training anymore. This was real. When they arrived, the 2-story house was already burning, flames shooting out of the upstairs windows like angry tongues. Neighbors screamed on the sidewalk, a woman sobbing, "My daughter, my little girl is inside." Daniel froze for half a second. He could see his mother's face in that woman, the terror of possibly losing her child. That second was all it took to ignite something inside him. "Carter, with me," Captain O'Reilly barked. Mask on, axe in hand, Daniel plunged into the inferno. Heat slammed into him like a wall. Smoke clawed at his lungs. The crackle of flames was deafening. But he remembered his training. Stay low, move fast, trust your instincts. They searched room after room until they heard it, a faint cough. In the far corner of a bedroom, barely visible through the smoke, was a little girl curled under a blanket, eyes wide with terror. Without thinking, Daniel ripped off his mask and placed it over her tiny face. The burning smoke tore at his throat, but he didn't care. Scooping her into his arms, he ran, stumbling through collapsing beams and searing heat. His vision blurred. His body screamed. But his mind repeated one thing: get her out. Get her out alive. And then, fresh air, the night sky, neighbors cheering, the little girl crying but alive. Daniel collapsed on the grass, coughing violently but smiling, because for the first time he had done what he promised at 8 years old. He had saved a life. That night, as he sat on the back of the fire truck, oxygen mask strapped to his face, Captain O'Reilly clapped a heavy hand on his shoulder. "You did good, kid. Real good. But remember, this job isn't about glory. It's about sacrifice. Today you saved her. Tomorrow it might cost you everything." Daniel nodded, chest still heaving, but in his heart he whispered, "Then I'll give everything.